Once you figure out how to fly these things, though, they are really fun and actually pretty darn intuitive. Good morning, this is Alamon, and welcome back to Take on Mars. This is going to be a fun episode because we're going to use a 0G probe on Deimos, which is the larger of Mars's two moons. The 0G probe is basically super awesome. But that's interesting. We're getting a lot of chromatic aberration near the edges of this lens. That's something you get more with a telephoto lens, though, not as much with a wide-angle lens, I would think. Alright, so whatever. I'm not sure what automatic stuff it was doing. We need to... oh, by the way, this is stuff you just have to look up online. This is incredibly unintuitive until you figure it out. So we have to cancel kill translation so we can actually move. We do want to kill rotation, and we don't care about the gravity alignment right now. So I have to use my WASD keys for my linear thrusters to actually move, and the arrow keys for my attitude thrusters to rotate. So in principle, it doesn't really matter which of these targets we go to first, but we do have a mission. So let's say filter by mission, yes. So then now, oh, I see right in front of us, 1.8 kilometers away. That is our immediate target. So here we have a prograde vector which has appeared on our screen, which shows our speed, currently about 10 meters per second, 12, 14. So I'm using WASD to go forward, to go back, to go left, to go right. I can also hold shift to travel up, or control to travel down. So I usually like to actually come in a little shallow and then pull up before I get to my destination. And in the meantime, we can actually, rotate and just kind of look around. Nice big crater there. I bet there's going to be lots of good science over there. Alright, coming in pretty close. I'm trying not to have a super high approach speed because these do get damaged if you hit the terrain. I'm not sure why the marker seems to be moving. I'm very confused by that. Let me try to center the crosshair, my prograde that is, so that when I burn retrograde, it'll be more efficient. But actually, we have no fuel. There's no use for fuel. If you look in the bottom right corner, getting a little close here. I see our shadow. Oh, no. Oh, good. I knew that there'd be more thrust power if I used my shift or control thrusters, so that's why I put my nose down at the last second. So that, well, if I zoom out for a second, I stuck my nose down so that I could go like that with the 4 thrusters, and that was enough. This mission could have been over real quick. Right now we are actually going to do the gravity alignment. Then we'll cancel that and turn on kill rotation again. So gravity is extremely low here, as you can see. There is gravity. It is bending our trajectory, but very, very slowly. Let's jump back inside. This is kind of a weird camera. It's not quite as high detailed as I thought it would be. Anyway, one of the confusing things about this game is you have different view modes. This is our standard HUD, which is useful for finding mission objectives, but we need to take pictures now. That's why I'm now switching to this camera. And we should be able to see targets. I'm not sure why we don't see any. Okay, let's turn off the filter by mission for a minute. No mission assigned. Okay. Okay, well, wait, there's something right there. Now, as far as I know, there are no controls to actually rotate. They're supposed to be for aircraft, but these don't seem to do that. So we do have to hold down space and say gravity align. And use that whenever we want to get aligned like this. Alright, let's watch our approach from the external camera this time. Apparently I'm still not close enough, which I think is kind of a bug. You shouldn't need to literally, like, touch down. Unless that's supposed to be a photography hotspot, that's entirely possible. Let's switch here. Ah, yes it is! Yes it is. Alright, let's jump back inside. Zoom out. So we want to take a picture of this little... Oh, okay, a little bigger than I thought. This feature here, these craters. There. 20,000 smackaroos. Switch back to our standard HUD and see what is nearby. There's one. So this is where I find you can make a lot of money really fast. You build one zero-G probe, which granted is very expensive. It's 100, or rather it's, well, it's $1 million. It's like around 1,000. But it never runs out of fuel, and it travels very quickly. And frankly, I think this is just the most enjoyable control experience that we get in the game. Alright, we got the Explore mission complete, and there's our photography mission. Oh, lovely. I'd like it to be in better focus. Not that that matters, but I just... for my own life, I just want this to be in better focus here. Whatever. Good enough. Switch back to this. There's something below us. 100-something meters that way. Whoa, okay, there we go. I feel like this instinctively feels like we're flying a little far away from the surface, but we're actually really close. It's just the point of view from this vehicle is a little bit misleading because it is so small. Ooh, that's cool. Let's back out this way and pull our camera up a bit. Yeah, it's like you can see our shadow there. That's how close we are to this little moon. Oh, actually, there are a few things to photograph here. Let's really rock it back out. There's something it's not liking. I don't see any more node. Oh no, there's a node I haven't caught. Very nice. Switch back to standard HUD. There's another mission right here. Let's do some more time in external camera mode. Okay, we got an Explorer mission there. It's a little harder to control from the external mode. I don't think there's a way for me to actually snap the picture from this mode. I feel like there probably is. There's probably some hotkey I can press, but if there is, I don't know it. So I have to go back in to get these pictures. We're still missing parts up there. There we go. So it takes a while. Excuse me. It takes a while for this to pay for itself. Each of those 20,000s is just 2% of what this vehicle actually cost. But you do get more rewards for completing the major objectives. Right now I'm just working on ones that are nearby, that are easy to just pick off one at a time. And every little bit of money really matters in this game, like I mentioned, because it's possible to get into a state where you don't have enough money to continue, and there is no, there's no bank to take a loan from, for example. There's just nothing like that implemented. Okay. We had a successful exploration there. Oh, no, wait, I see it. There's where our photo's going to be. But not everything. Ah, further down. Okay. Yeah, these attitude control thrusters can be a little touchy. Alright, I think it's time for us to actually say assign nearest mission and just get the show on the road a little more. We will say yes, filter by mission, so that will disambiguate for us which one of these... Okay, we are now... There we go. We are now fully upside down. So once I get this on target, I think I'm going to have us flip to gravity again. Okay, cancel and kill rotation. If you don't have kill rotation on, it just becomes ridiculously hard to control yourself. Because, like I said, those attitude thrusters are really touchy. You just have to give them little taps. And then let the kill thrust thing just, do its own stuff. I'm suddenly having second thoughts about this. Let's say no, don't filter by mission. And instead, what if we just stay close to the surface and instead of always trying to take our camera out... Actually, I don't see any objectives near us. Well, no, there's that one that's not too far away. Let's do that one. Because basically, the blue ones you just have to get close to. And then the red ones... Look at how close that is. Oh, so beautiful. The red ones tell you where you need to take pictures. But I think... Oh, wait, no, there's one that's closer. Here, let me rotate. What am I trying to say? So basically, we should queue up a whole bunch of photography targets instead of focusing on... pulling back away from the planet or the moon to take pictures and then having to get back close to the surface to trigger the next set of photos. I think this makes sense, just to kind of farm these blue crosshairs first and then to go back at a much higher altitude and take pictures more easily that way. And I got to see this on the... Oh, that was a little close, but I wanted to skim it. Of course, if we break this thing, it's still possible to try to limp along with the broken thruster, but it behaves very erratically. Oh, I think I just did hit the terrain. It's still responding just fine, though. I think no thrusters broke. Here's another site to get close to trigger some more photo ops. Slow down a little because that's on an upslope. I hope I'm not making anyone queasy with these sharp turns like this. Okay, there's one that is 700 some meters away. Not so far. And let's do the gravity align and kill rotation. Once you figure out how to fly these things, though, they are really fun and actually pretty darn intuitive. Wah, wah, wah. Okay, well, here we are again. It's always such a pleasure. Remember when you tried to kill me twice? Well, I did not mean to crash that probe, and we lost a ton of money for my having done that. Ah, there we are. Okay. Turn this, cancel, kill rotation, cancel, kill translation. Well, let's hope we don't have another mishap like that. Like I said, that was a lot of money to have lost. Alright, well, what are our nearest targets? I guess the ones around this crater. You know, I hope that we still have all those red targets that we queued up. I'm not actually quite sure where they all are. I saw one red target. I'm sure it'll work out. Yeah, let's just take care of this corner of the map first, I think. Was there something else? Yeah, there's something over there, too. Huh. I'm not sure why I just got an Explorer mission complete, because I'm nowhere near the surface right now. So I think we'll start over here, and then we'll work our way over toward... the one that's over to our right. So time for me to flip on my belly here and slow down. There we go. Well, if we can take a picture from right here, let's just... Oh, it's actually the whole crater. Okay. That's fine. Okay, whatever. Let's just switch back to this HUD mode. Ah, there's my prograde marker. I couldn't find it for a minute. Definitely got to align again with gravity. It starts getting a little too confusing when you have to do all these trigonometric burns. Whoa, do you see that? Up the right corner of the screen. Maybe some sort of micrometeoroid impact. There we go. Now it's time to back up and take some pictures. Got one there. Whoops. The attitude thruster controls can be a little confusing. Things are kind of going in and out of focus here, which is weird. That's what I'm talking about, 100K. Wow, I was really moving at a fast clip here. Oh, that's right. Part of why you go out of focus is when you're traveling backward, your craft just doesn't tend to like that very much. Or your cameras. Whoa, another impact. I would not expect anywhere near that number of impacts in a place like this. Maybe something in the Saturn system, because there are so many little moonlets and ringlets and all that. But not around Mars. No, you wouldn't expect things to be impacting. So it's saying far. I'm assuming that that literally just means I'm too far. Oh, good, and we grab both of those in one go. And somehow that counted as an acceptable picture of that crater. Okay, not going to argue. Alright, there's our prograde marker. Something over here we could do. I'm a little afraid to take risks here, because we already broke one probe. The first time I broke a probe, I just landed slightly too hard and broke off one little thruster nozzle. And so that was actually not that bad. It was able to more or less straighten itself out, and get along, even if that was like not an ideal situation. Like the autopilot was able to account for that. I feel like new objectives just kind of randomly appear. Let's tell you what, at this point, just like last time, we are going to start saying assign nearest mission. And then I have to say nav, filter by mission, yes, so that we only see the mission that we are supposed to see. There it is, 1.4 kilometers away. Do the gravity alignments. Here we go. Just lovely. I mean, things look so icy here, but it can't be ice. I think these colors are somewhat artificial. You wouldn't normally see an albedo this high, basically the shininess, the whiteness this high, unless it were ices. But I assume at least that Deimos is formed more out of, rocky material and silicates and so on. There we go. Let's jump back inside and take out our camera. And get us snapping. Trying to get that crater into focus here. There we go. Actually, it's not quite a crater. Just an interesting rock feature. That's a crater, though. Ooh, that is certainly a crater. Something behind us, too, I think? Yes. Take care of this guy. So the reason that I'm saying assign mission blah 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 is that this gives a lot more money. It's still important to do all the tiny little missions and kind of min-max that way, but I feel like at this point I've already crashed one craft. I really can't afford to crash another one, at least not before I finish all the major objectives. Although one limitation there is if there are no more major objectives, I don't think there's any way to send a craft back to that body in the solar system. So if you complete all the major objectives and then you start on the little tiny minor ones like I've been doing and then wreck your craft, you cannot send another one at that point, which is very frustrating because that would be money you could potentially have gotten. Of course, it might not be worth the cost of sending another probe, but I feel like that's up for the player to decide. Alright, somehow we still haven't finished this mission. Ah, so we have to explore a second point. I feel like we're traveling a little too quickly at the moment. I'm still not seeing my other objective. Ah, there it is, 1.9 kilometers. I wish that they would mark these a little more clearly. I'm not sure what the orbital velocity is here, but I'm probably just about at orbital velocity. Let's speed up a little more. Of course, more time spent accelerating does mean more time spent decelerating, but it's still faster overall. The anti-aliasing in this particular camera is really very poor. If we jump out to a more veridical game camera, the anti-aliasing could still use a bit of work. Things are still a little wrinkly on the edges, but at least it's better than this. This is really like stair steps. All right, so is this on this side of the hill or the far side of the hill? Yeah, it must be this side of the hill. All right, time to start slowing down. We must have serendipitously passed over another explore mission without meaning to. So how close are we to the surface? A little close, but not dangerously close. Good. So now we can take the pictures we need to take. Still too far? Gosh. Feels awfully close. There. What am I missing? Ah. That's what I'm missing. Alright, I don't know how many more major missions there are here. Let's just say assign nearest and hope that it's not the very last one. Oh, and it's actually really close to us, and that's good. Yeah, I'm having to do this triangular style movement here. Get back closer toward the surface here. Whoa, no, 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 no. Whoa, I really made a mistake there. I hit the wrong keys, but I was able to pull out of that dive in time. Oh, boy. Ah, doki doki doki. There we go. There. Nope, that was my... No photo targets. I see. No photo targets. All right, let's just switch back here. Go to nav and say do not filter by mission. And now all of the minor things pop up again. And I may as well get rid of that. Boy, am I getting hungry. I wonder if Deimos tastes like mint ice cream. Bum 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 ba dum bum 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 dun 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 na 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 dun na 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 bum 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 dun na 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 dun na 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 dun 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 na na dun dun na dun na dun 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 dun. Photo time, ba dum bum bum. Well, I'm going to continue this for a while, so if you feel like hanging out, chilling out, looking at some, dank moon rocks with me, then I welcome you. But I'm just chilled out right now. Actually, usually I would be listening to, well, lately, especially because of Eurotruck, lots of BBC Radio 4. I've also listened to audiobooks while playing this game, or podcasts. But the music is nice, quite minimalistic. Okay, we're really close to the surface, and nothing is clearing for this mission. That's gonna bug me though. Let's now it says explore complete. Actually, I think I just... No, that was the correct direction. Oh, wow, how much more is there of this? Ah, okay. Just gonna farm some money. I generally like playing from the vehicle perspective, just because it's more, purist, I guess. Kind of like how in Euro Truck, you also have the outside views, but those aren't realistic. Boy, I really have to get very close to some of these. Camera. So is it literally just that one rock? Oh yeah, well 25k, and that is not nothing. But yeah, I do not want to lose another probe, so that's largely why I'm playing outside, the outside view mode. Just racking up the loot. We have cleared all the major missions, actually. No mission assigned and none to assign, which means if I destroy this, we will lose access to this endless stream of money. Oh, there's another one behind me. Well, all the music turned off. Or did it? I think we're going to start trying to rack up multiple explore mission things again. Although it seems to make the other bits and bobs disappear. Whoa. Why did that suddenly not work? Huh, yeah, there had been one like straight ahead, another waypoint, but it disappeared. I don't know if these are like randomly generated, or if there's a, well, presumably there's a finite number. Well, I don't know how I can get any closer to this one. I am landed. Alright, let's pop back up and just try traveling. Okay, that's what we had to do. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, this feels weird without listening to something. Maybe I'll end this episode here. As nice of a chill out as this is. And I can just do more off camera while listening to audiobooks or whatever. Because I don't want to have copyright violations. It's sketchy enough having BBC stuff on in Euro Truck, I think. I don't expect that to ever cause copyright strikes as long as it's spoken word stuff and not music. But you never know. So good night, sleep tight, and don't let Deimos bite. Bye-bye.